الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها النبي إذا طلقتم النساء فطلقوهن لعدتهن وأحصوا العدة واتقوا الله ربكم لا تخرجوهن من بيوتهن ولا يخرجن إلا أن يأتين بفاحشة مبينة وتلك حدود الله ومن يتعد حدود الله فقد ظلم نفسه لا تدري لعل الله يحدث بعد ذلك أمرا. فإذا بلغن أجلهن فأمسكوهن بمعروف أو فارقوهن بمعروف وأشهدوا ذوي عدل منكم وأقيموا الشهادة لله ذلكم يوعظ به من كان يؤمن بالله واليوم الآخر ومن يتق الله يجعل له مخرجا ويرزقه من حيث لا يحتسب ومن يتوكل على الله فهو حسبه إن الله بالغ أمره قد جعل الله لكل شيء قدرا. واللائي يئسن من المحيض من نسائكم إن ارتبتم فعدتهن 3 أشهر واللائي لم يحضن وأولاة الأحمال أجلهن أن يضعن حملهن ومن يتق الله يجعل له من أمره يسرا. ذلك أمر الله أنزله إليكم ومن يتق الله يكفر عنه سيئاته ويعظم له أجرا. أسكنوهن من حيث سكنتم من وجدكم ولا تضاروهن لتضيقوا عليهن وإن كن أولات حمل فأنفقوا عليهن حتى يضعن حملهن فإن أرضعن لكم فآتوهن أجورهن وأتمروا بينكم بمعروف وإن تعاسرتم فسترضع له أخرى لينفق ذو سعة من سعته ومن قدر عليه رزقه فلينفق مما آتاه الله لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا ما آتاها سيجعل الله بعد عسر يسرا. وكأين من قرية عتت عتت عن أمر ربها ورسله فحاسبناها حسابا شديدا فحاسبناها حسابا شديدا وعذبناها عذابا نكرا فذاقت وبال أمرها وكان عاقبة أمرها خسرا أعد الله لهم عذابا شديدا فاتقوا الله يا أولي الألباب الذين آمنوا قد أنزل الله إليكم ذكرا رسولا يتلو عليكم آيات الله مبينات ليخرج الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات من الظلمات إلى النور ومن يؤمن بالله ويعمل صالحا يدخله جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار خالدين فيها أبدا قد أحسن الله له رزقا الله الذي خلق 7 سماوات ومن الأرض مثلهن يتنزل الأمر بينهن لتعلموا أن الله على كل شيء قدير وأن الله قد أحاط بكل شيء علما.
As the gender war rages on, in order to keep the peace, we must discuss the exact facts. Welcome to EXFAKTLY. I'm your host, Saudi Mam. I'm coming to you again from the cafe, and the area in which I usually record in, well, I have been recording in the last 2 sessions, it's under construction. So therefore, I'm in another area of it. And of course, as you can hear, there's music in the background. I pray that it doesn't become too much of a distraction. I'll try to keep it short and sweet, inshallah ta'ala. So please bear with me. Upgrading topic. Upgrading beyond the 3 S's. Upgrading beyond the 3 S's. The 3 S's are known as number 1, sex, number 2, sandwich, number 3, silence. Now, some may say from the onset that this may seem like a pitiful state. What kind of relationship will you have that's only based on sex, that's only based on your culinary skills, and that's only based upon your ability to be silent? They may say, what is this conundrum? Nevertheless, Let's talk about upgrading beyond that, because see, that is the basics of what every man would say that they want. Now, this is every quote unquote alpha man. Now, of course, between myself, Kevin Samuels, others in the manosphere, they or as men themselves, it depends on their deen, their concepts, their mafahim, so on and so forth. They will have different definitions of that and variations of that, of what an alpha means. Okay, but when you have uh, a lot of sissified betas that have the floor and that women are giving, homage to, they're giving preference to in order to speak on their behalf, like the Derek Jacksons and so on and so forth. So we as Muslim have a different interpretation of that, the 3S's. So let's go from the Muslim perspective. The 3S's: sex, sandwich, silence. How do you upgrade? Let's start with number one: sex. How can you go beyond sex? Now, I'll readily say that it may not be necessary to go beyond sex as a standard. Sex is sex, it's not all of life. Sigmund Freud said the highest drive in man, or the strongest drive in man, is his libido, and Sigmund Freud is a fraud. The highest drive in any human being, male or female, is food and drink. Drink first and then food. You'll die of thirst before you die of hunger. And you'll die of hunger and never die of sex. Sex is something, if we don't have it, it will make us uncomfortable, but it won't kill you. It's not an organic need, it's an inorganic need, if you may say that. So, nevertheless, how do you upgrade beyond sex? Do the sexual things that your husband likes. Remember, the 3S's are about women, the 3S's are really not about men. So, do the sex that your husband likes. Find out what he likes, have a candid conversation. What do you like? And strive to learn those things, or, get those things in order. I don't think it's wrong to go to Muslim sisters or other Muslim sisters and say, hey, can you show me how to do this, you know, on an inanimate object or what have you, or whatever your husband is saying that he likes, because whatever you can provide for him protects him from the society at large. Whatever you can provide protects him from the society at large. So that's how you upgrade sexually. You know, walk around the house. Some women get mad when they catch their husband looking at other women that walk around naked in public. Well, men like the way women look. He's not liking the lifestyle. He's not liking the understanding, the viewpoint of life. You know, the hadara. He's not liking that. What he's liking is that fact that that is a woman. That is a woman. So that is what he's liking. He's liking the butt, the breast, or whatever parts of the woman that he likes. And you may catch him looking. Over the billah, you catch him looking, but that's not the end of the world. You should be happy your man likes women and doesn't like men, as what a vast amount of society is moving toward. Okay, like the Como loot. So, nevertheless, find out if he likes quote unquote the boy shorts or the booty shorts, then wear those around the house. You come in from the public with your abaya or whatever, your overgarment on, pull it up, take it off, and have the booty shorts underneath. Let him see, what he's getting. Let him see what he has for the night, and always keep yourself uh, sexy. So that's how you upgrade beyond sex, because sex, the majority of it is mental. Just like they say with losing weight, they say 80% is diet, 20% is exercise or activity. Same with sex. 80% of sex is mental, emotional, mental. 20% is the physical act, or maybe even less than that is the actual physical act. Even Muhammad said, don't just jump upon your wife like you would a mount or a riding animal, but let there be a messenger in between. They say, what is that messenger, Ya Rasulullah? He said, kissing and talking. Kissing and talking. So let there be some foreplay, and the foreplay increases the sperm count. The foreplay increases her natural lubricants, so on and so forth. So that is an upgrade. That is an upgrade. Uh, Now let's go into the second one because I can't stand this music in the background, so I'll try to keep it more succinct, short, and sweet. Um, the second one is sandwich. Sandwich deals with her ability to cook, her culinary skills, so on and so forth. There's nothing against the man cooking, but in traditional family form, the man is out earning bread, breadwinning. The woman is at home majority of the time, maintaining the household, which is a just as just as much dignified as going out providing the bread for the household, just as dignified to maintain the household. A man loves coming home to a clean home and a warm meal. I mean, it's what men like. I'm not that demanding, but yet and still, I appreciate that myself. You know what I'm saying? Circumstances. So the issue is sandwich is increasing your culinary skills. Find out what your man likes to eat. Find out what his favorite food is. Now you might come across somebody like me, another conundrum. Really don't have a favorite food. I'd rather somebody surprise me with food. As long as it's halal, alhamdulillah, surprise me. Oh, I'm going out to get some food. What would you like? Surprise me. I'm going to this restaurant. What would you like? Surprise me. Because I'm not a finicky person when it comes to eating. But nevertheless, if your man has a favorite food, you know what that is or what is of his favorite foods, then learn how to cook those and cook those well. So you'll go beyond sandwich. You'll go beyond sandwich. You'll be his uh, sexual hot pocket, his little firecracker, his hot rocket, because you've increased in those skills, or you do the things that he like. Okay, then you learn better culinary skills. Okay, watch some programs and stuff like that that teach you how to cook. Some Muslim sisters are excellent cooks, subhanallah. Some women are excellent cooks, period. Some maybe your mom, grandmother. Go to them and learn how to cook because a lot of women are not passing down culinary skills to their daughters and granddaughters. So they are, not really learning anything. While mom and grandmom is in the kitchen cooking, they're not learning. They're on their phones. They're posting to the gram. They're trying to go viral, using their backside, or whatever else their mama gave them. So this is a lot of things that's what's happening, a lot of incidents that not really sporadic but really commonplace. So nevertheless, here we go. Sandwich, increase your culinary abilities. Okay, and the last one is silence. Now, why silence? Let's talk about this. Why silence? Why silence? Why does a man not want a woman to speak? What kind of idiot is that? What kind of Cro-Magnon, if that was an actual type of person, what kind of person is that doesn't want their woman to speak? You know, well, I understand to a certain extent. It's that speech that annoys you. It's not the sound of her voice. It's the tone of the voice. It's the masculine address in her voice. You know, uh, a woman will talk to a man in a way that another man wouldn't dare because he may have to face the wrath of Khan. You know, so nevertheless, the silence is not to nag, not to nag. Nag is a component of ungratefulness, and Muhammad SAW said that the majority of women would be in Jahannam. Why? Because they were ungrateful to their husbands. They were ungrateful to their husbands. So nagging is a sign of ungratefulness. We're not saying you should always be, always thankful for whatever treatment you get. We're not saying that. What we're saying is that the constant nagging over nothing, you know, the constant nagging. I know some women, it's not like, can you help me fold clothes, please? It's, can you help me fold clothes? Can you help me fold clothes? That's the first octave. The first octave. Can you help me fold clothes? You know, uh, uh, you know, the baby diaper needs changing. Okay, it's not. Hey, babe, can you change such and such diaper? It's can you change the diaper? Dang, can you change the diaper? See that right there? Make a man don't want, let me. You change the diaper. You change the diaper, sir. You know that is the silence that men are talking about. It's not the sweetness of your voice. Your voice is made to attract men. When you hear a man talking, it's like ho hum. You hear a woman talk, then your ears automatically gravitate toward that sound. So that's what I'm saying. So it's when we say silence, it's not we don't want to hear you talk, but let me tell you how to upgrade from silence. Find something Islamic to say. Learn a hadith. Don't hear a hadith through rumor and then try to use it or twist it in a way that fits your agenda. No, honestly, learn the hadith sincerely, because that would make you a person that has some knowledge of the deen, and then what? You have some knowledge of the deen, so then you can actually have discussions with your husband. Guess what I learned today? Or what do you think about this? Have you ever heard this hadith? Well, this is what I heard from such and such about this particular hadith. Or this is what I read in this book. Have that be your discussion. Okay? Your discussion should not be who the bachelorette, swap spit with, for an hour show or whatever. I don't know. I think it's an hour. The hour swap spit with strange random dudes for an hour, and who she might pick, to be the dude uh, that she eventually will cheat on or what have you. Anyway, so have a conversation better than man. Remember my cousin that I told you the police were looking for? Oh yeah, they had a shootout. He shot a cop. Now he's in jail for attempted capital murder, murder one. I don't know, whatever crap. But nevertheless, I'm saying have some Islamic conversation. Yell some hadith. Yell some Quran bil Arabic, in the Arabic language. Have a better conversation than silence, would be just don't nag unnecessarily. Pick your spots. You would like a man to let you calm down before he continues discussion. You don't want a man to have a discussion with you when matters are hot and heavy. You wouldn't want that. So that's what men mean by silence. It's not that we don't want to hear you speak. Silence is that we don't want to hear the nagging. We don't want to hear the masculinity. We don't want to hear any of that. That's what silence means. But if you want to upgrade past silence, have something positive to say, especially to a Muslim. Have something Islamic to say. Muhammad said, teach what you know of the deen, even one ayat. And an ayat in this hadith also means a hadith. Okay? It does not just mean Quran. Ayat can mean hadith, just like hadith could actually be Quran. You know, hadith can actually be, when the term hadith can be used as actually Quran. The hadith of Allah is the speech of Allah Ta'ala. Okay? And some confuse that with the hadith of Rasulullah. That's why they reject hadith, because they say the hadith is Quran. But they're idiots. They don't understand. Ayat could mean hadith because hadith were actually revealed. Authentic hadith, mutawatir hadith, also especially were actually revealed through the life and the activities of Muhammad. His activity you know was actually revelation. The way he lived, the way he talked, the way he walked, his likes and dislikes were actually wahy, revelation. So nevertheless, silence is being silent when it comes to the fitna talk, the nagging, the things that infuriate your husband, but have something more positive to say, and you will upgrade past silence, which is actually called communication and dialogue. Again, I apologize for the music in the background. It's kind of messing up my equilibrium. Got people talking in the background. I really don't mind that because that's like ambient noise. But the music in the background is quite troubling for me. But I pray that you've got something out of this message. Let's upgrade past sex. Learn the sex that your husband likes and learn it well. Learn it well. Not from uh, increasing your body count behind his back, but learn it from women that may know it well. Ask them, I'm trying to learn this better in order to better please my husband. What can you tell me about this? Don't go to the porn sites and things like that. A lot of those stuff is unnatural. It's rapish. It's very crass. You know, don't go to porn sites and all that stuff to learn anything. That stuff is acting, and it's trashy and filthy. Okay, and it's haram first of all. But go to someone that may have a better skill, a mom, an aunt, you know, a Muslim sister that you know, friend of yours, and say, I'm trying to learn this better. What do you got? You know, and learn that to please your husband better. Increase your culinary skills so you go past sandwich. You know, learn better culinary skills. Lastly, you want to go past silence. That's being audible, having something to say that is very positive. Learn your deen. If you're going to complain, complain with deen. Okay? Complain with deen. And that is better for the believer because the dhikr, you know, benefits the believer. The reminder benefits the believer. If your husband is a believer, then that reminder should affect him. But don't nag hadith at him and don't nag Quran at him, especially without the proper understanding. Some emotional stuff you got from another sister or emotional brother online, you know, that's hella beta, you know, Muhammad Derek Jackson, you know, or Ibn Derek Jackson, Abu Derek Jackson, one of those dudes, those simpish dudes, and they gave you some emotional argument. Now you're gonna nag your husband to death about it. Let's move past that. You want to move past silence, have something better, positive to say that benefits your husband in deen, inshallah ta'ala. And that's all that I really have. Try to rush through it because I don't like the background or the music in the background. I pray that you can't hear it, but most likely you probably can. Anyway, Allah Ta'ala is God, Muhammad is his messenger, Islam is the truth, Islam is our deen. We are indeed Muslims, striving to be mu'min, hanif, sincere, true believers, inshallah ta'ala. May Allah Ta'ala bless us all. This has been Saudi Imam for EXFAKTLY. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.